while I was in school, I was working at UPS, the late shift, midnight to like 3 a.m. and cracking jokes. And I was just telling some of my coworkers I was thinking about going on stage to try comedy, and they pretty much dared me to do it. So it really kind of started as a dare, and so I took that dare and never looked back. And I just love to know that I have this ability to do it, and that inspires me to keep going. To see the laughter on people's faces inspire me to keep going. The sacrifices that I made inspires me to keep going. The fact that my family and everybody's, is the support that I get from everybody inspires me to keep going. So that's like just being an artist in general, man, it's a dope thing to be. And, just that alone, is a privilege to be an artist. And I don't take it for granted. And that alone, knowing that less than 1% of the population do what I do, that just inspires me to keep going. Okay, so some of my biggest highlights for 2022, I write a lot of goals down, matter of fact, I have, some of my stuff right here where I write a lot of my goals and stuff down. So for 2022, I audition a lot. For 2022, I booked my first audition for a show called Hacks on HBO Max. So that was one of my biggest highlights for 2022. Our stand-up TV credit, I'll never forget. Bob Sumner hooked that up for me, which was a dope highlight for me. It's a lot, man. And I've had nights. It was one particular night that stands out when I was hosting at the Comedy Store, and it was me. I was hosting. Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, and Kevin Hart all showed up and performed on that same night. So that was one of the most epic nights that we've had in comedy at the Comedy Store in Hollywood. So yeah, a lot of repetitiveness, a lot of, going to different spots and to material to see how it works. I've been working on this particular bit for maybe about 6 months now, this particular joke, and it's still not where I want it to be. It's good, but it's still not where I want it to be. But just developing that bit, and that's one of my favorite things I enjoy about comedy is getting that bit right where you want it to be. So it's at like a 7, and I want it to be at a 10. So what I do, I just keep trying it, keep switching words, take this word out, put that word before this word, whatever, and just being repetitive with it until it gets right. And some jokes that I work on is right then and there. It's like, but I've always learned that a joke is never done. A joke is never finished. You can have a joke for 10 years, and it's always something that you can do to make that joke even better. So just keep getting the repetitiveness of that joke will let is part of the process. You know what I mean? And recording yourself, listening to the laughs, having real awareness of what's happening with the audience while you're telling your material, so you can know what's hitting and what's not hitting, and what needs to be worked on and what don't need to be worked on. So.